Light Beauty, I know you're not watching this, but I'm putting it out there. Can you bring this back? Like, I really liked this product. Hey, you little cuties, welcome back to my channel. Or if this is your first time stopping by, hi, my name's Julia, nice to meet you. So I keep getting this comment and I can't help but laugh. A lot of people say that the way I shake my hand, apparently it looks like something else from your guys' angle. And I don't know, I just think it's so funny. I'm like, that's totally my humor. Should I bring it up? Should I not? But I'm bringing it up because I think it's freaking hilarious. So for those of you who commented that, like, I laugh every single time. Anyways, today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial. I haven't done one in a really long time, and I think I'm going to start doing this regularly. I saw a couple of you comment on some of my recent videos, like, hey, what's your updated makeup routine, and what products are you using? And I think that's such a good idea to periodically, I'm just going to film, like, my current makeup routine, just because I go through phases. I go through phases where I'll use some products, some techniques, but I think it's also helpful too to see what products I'm constantly using. There are some products in this tutorial that I have been in my everyday makeup tutorial looks for forever, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just think these type of videos are really good for inspiration. Also, all the products I'm using today are ones that, like I said, I've been picking up every day. So you know they're good, you know I love them. Now I did title this For Light Skin because that's another thing I want to do more often, is just kind of do more makeup tutorials, because I am very fair. I don't self-tan. I used to for a little bit, but it's just too much maintenance, and I do have very fair skin. And I feel like a lot of times when I'm looking for makeup tutorials, these beautiful women who have gorgeous, like, olive tone or tan skin, they come up with the most beautiful looks, and then when I try them on my pale skin, it looks bad. I look sick. It just doesn't look the same. So I do want to start a new series on my channel of makeup tutorials for pale skin, because that's just videos that I always search for and I want to see. So I thought, well, I could make that for you guys. You know what I mean? So go ahead and comment down below what other looks you would like to see from me. Today, even though it's an everyday makeup look, it is a little glammy. Like, I like to be a little glam. I do have a no makeup look that I've been doing recently that literally takes, like, I don't know, 5 minutes. So if you're curious to see that, let me know in the comments below. Also, liking videos, guys, helps me out so much. It helps me know what you guys want to continue to see and everything like that. So yeah, talk to your girl in the comments. Show your girl the love with the thumbs. So cheesy. But yeah, I'll shut up. If you want to see how I got this look today, which is my everyday makeup routine, then keep watching. Let's get into it. So lately I have been re-obsessed with my IT Cosmetics number 50 Serum Collagen Veil Anti-Aging Primer. As you can see, like, this sucker is almost gone. I've had it for a long time. I should probably get it replaced, but I already went ahead and applied it. I like to let this sit for like at least 5 to 10 minutes. I almost kind of use it as a moisturizer, but it is technically a makeup primer, and I don't know, I've just been really into like anti-aging stuff, and like, I don't know, I just want like smooth, plump, nice skin. So yeah, I've been loving this stuff lately. Per usual, my 3 dogs are in the background playing. But for foundation, I've been switching back and forth between 2 lately. If I'm going to an event or somewhere where I want full coverage, I want my makeup to look good, I don't want to get oily, I just want like that full coverage look, I've been using my Too Faced, hey, shh, be nice to each other. I've been picking up my Too Faced Peach Perfect foundation. Again, this is another product that I've had for a while, and when I first got it, for some reason, I just didn't pick it up very much, and then I just recently did a full foundation review on this sucker, and since then, I've been really liking it. So this is great if you have oily skin, and like I said, if you want like a nice, full coverage look. But for everyday makeup wear, if I'm gonna be having foundation on my face all day long, this stuff I don't believe has any ingredients that is good for your skin which you guys know me, I like to wear stuff that is good for my skin, especially if I'm gonna be wearing it all day. So in that case, I'll go in with my Acne Labs liquid foundation. They did just get new packaging, so this is the new packaging and this is the old packaging. Oh, and for color reference, I use Snow. And for color with these, I mix Montmartre and Porcelain, which is the lightest shade. If you are super fair, guys, like you have issues finding really fair foundation, which I'm pretty pale, but the Porcelain, the lightest shade, is even too fair for me. So yeah, this is a great foundation if you are looking for one that is just super pale, like the palest of the pale. Porcelain is your gal, which I will link everything down below for you. But I know like this is probably a dead horse, guys. I've used this foundation for years now, and I really like the fact that it has ingredients in it that are good for your skin, that help control acne. It has St. John's wort, it has chamomile extract, it has vitamin E. The coverage is pretty decent. I would say this Too Faced has a little bit more, but for an everyday foundation, it covers up my acne scars. I can't find another foundation that has like such good ingredients that I like more. So, and it's super affordable. I think it's like 16 bucks, guys. So that's another plus. I'm just going to dot the little bit I have on my finger on my face. And lately I've been using my beauty blender. I like to use the Real Techniques one. I'm normally a brush kind of gal, which for brushes, before the beauty blender, I was using the Sigma flat kabuki brush, the F80. Again, I'll link the brushes down below too. But that had become my new holy grail foundation brush. You do get a little less coverage, like this brush will give you crazy coverage, but for an everyday makeup routine, this has been my weapon of choice. For concealer, I haven't really changed this up much either. I've been using my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I am in the shade Fair. I think this is the lightest. It's the only thing I wish they had a little bit lighter shades, just because sometimes I do like kind of like a bam brighter under eye. If you are, again, even more fair than I am, the Tarte Shade Tape has a really good color range. I use Fair Neutral for when I'm like beating my face, you know what I mean, and I want really light. But for an everyday kind of just normal look, I love this stuff. I do also use this as an eyeshadow primer. I put it on my eyelids. I will put just a bit down my nose and above my cupid's bow, and I tap in. I get really red right here by my nose, so I'll tap that in there too. That face I'm making though. I always have little bats. Jesse's not here to tell me if I have a bat in the cave. So for setting my makeup, I was for a while using a loose setting powder, which my favorite one was the Too Faced Ethereal Powder. This is a good one. Again, this has decent ingredients in it. I think this has hyaluronic acid, so if you're a loose powder setting person, this one's really good. If you need your makeup to last a long time and you really are oily, the Derma Blend is another good one. But lately, what has been my go-to, and like it really has, this controls my oil really well too throughout the day, is I've been using my Kat Von D Shade and Light, and I will set my face with this color. You can see I've hit pan. But this has really done, I'm so surprised. I saw Carly Bible do this, and I know she uses it a lot. I'm just taking my beauty blender. But when I first got this palette, I would try to use the lighter products with a brush, and I was like, I don't get the hype. But if you use it with your beauty blender, I don't know, it just really sets your makeup in place. It helps blend everything together. Again, if you're fair, this is nice. And then if you're a little darker, you can go in with this shade. But yeah, I'll just kind of press that into my skin. And I have been playing around with like other pressed powders, and so far I can't find one that works as well as this guy. And then sometimes I will go in with the middle shade, which is like a bright powder, and I'll just hit that under my eyes. For bronzer, lately I keep reaching for my Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer. This one's in the shade Ticket to Brazil. Now, if I'm not gonna do any contouring or anything, if I just want to bronze, this, which is what I've been doing lately, I don't know, I've been like kind of not into contouring so much on a day-to-day basis, but this is what I've been using. If you're very, very, very pale, like again, paler than me, the Benefit Hoola Light Bronzer is really good. Like this, watch, I'll put some on right now for you to see, but this stuff is so light, like it barely even shows up on me. So yeah, this is a really good option if you're super pale. But yeah, I don't know, lately I've just been really into this one, and just get my brush in there and warm up my face. I also like this one too because it does have a little bit of shimmer in it, and for some reason lately I've just been loving a kind of glowy, fresh look. I don't know. That's just the phase I'm in right now. For blush, I've been picking up my Milani Baked Blush in the shade Berry Amore. I did just order Luminoso, which is like the most famous shade everybody talks about, but I really like this one. It's kind of like a mauve-y, shimmery tone. I don't know, I'm not so much into peaches lately. I'm more into like kind of mauve-y blushes. And my absolute favorite blush brush is the Luxie 522 Tapered Highlighter Brush. I got this in a BoxyCharm, I think. I hope they still sell this. I'll link it down below. But anyways, again, this blush does have a little bit of shimmer in it, and I don't know what my deal with like shimmery stuff has been lately, but yeah, I just put a little bit on my cheeks, and then I will drag it up towards my ears just to kind of warm my face up. For highlighter, I have been obsessed with my Farsali Jelly Beam highlighter. Ugh, it is so pretty. So what I'll do is I will take my Sigma Powder Sweet brush, which is an F06. I know every brush I'm talking about, I'm like, oh, this is my favorite, but that's kind of like the purpose of this, you know, my current go-to everyday routine is I want to showcase the things I've been using, the products I've been using and really liking lately. But this, guys, is bomb. If you're looking for a good highlighter brush, F6 by Sigma is just, it's structured. It's definitely more structured than, oh, where did it go? Shoot. There's a Morphe highlighter brush that everybody raves about, and I did not like it. It was too flimsy, but this really deposits highlight really nicely. And so I just take what's left on the lid, and I will start with just a little bit. Oh, I kind of got a lot. I'll distribute it on the other side. And I will just blend that around. I've been really liking putting highlighter kind of over a broader area, like all the way down here to all the way up here and all around. I've just really liked that glowy look. So once I'm done with my brush, for my nose, I will take my finger and just dab it on the tip of my nose, a little bit down the bridge, and I will put some on my Cupid's bow as well. But yeah, this is a pricey highlighter, guys. Like, you know, this is an item to like splurge and treat yourself on. Like, I really do feel like it's worth the money. I like it. Okay, so for brows, I did make a little switch. I loved my BH Cosmetics Precision Brow Pencil, but I ran out of it and I've been having trouble finding my color in Ulta. I've been ordering online and they only had like 2 colors last time I looked. So when I ran out, I just reached for what I had, which was the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. And I was like, dang, I forgot how good this was. And this is a little bit more accessible to get. Now the 2 colors I like are Espresso, which is a little bit dark, and then Ash Brown is really nice too. Today I'm gonna be using Espresso. Now, I like the look of darker brows. I don't know why, I really like that look. A lot of people prefer to match their brows with their hair. It's totally a preference thing, but I don't know, this is just, I really like darker looking brows. So lately, I have been doing a little more natural brow, like I'm not as like, really coloring it in. So I'll start by, hopefully you can see, I will just flick hair-like lines in the front to start my brow in a little bit more. I don't do too many though. And then I go ahead and just flick a couple more. And that's kind of all I'll do for the front. And then once I get towards here, I'll flick at an angle to start. And then kind of over the top, I'll lightly fill that in. And same thing underneath, about the same part here on, I will go ahead and just flick some lines to give my brow that shape. And now we're just gonna go through with the spoolie and break that up a little bit. I feel guilty for telling you guys this, but I have been using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel quite often. My go-to for the longest time was the e.l.f. Clear Brow Gel. Oh! Coat it. If you are on a budget, like there really isn't that big of a difference between these two. But for me, the brush on this guy, I just ordered some more of this. But for me, the brush on this one is just, it's so good. I feel like I don't really have to wipe it. It just really does a good job of kind of picking up every hair and just setting it down for you. The formula, I don't really see a big difference between this and the e.l.f. So honestly, what I was doing for a while is once I ran out of this stuff, I just saved the bottle and the brush, and I would just keep buying new e.l.f. clear brow gels, but dipping this brush in there. So that works just as fine. That's another little hack, but I don't know. I love the brush on this sucker. So the eyeshadow palette I've been picking up a lot lately is the Sigma Warm Neutrals Volume 2. If you are looking for kind of like an everyday palette, I don't know, my first thing is to say like everyday palette, just because they have such nice neutrals up here. But then again, you do have some nice pops of color. This is just a really great palette to have, and I've been picking it up a lot lately for my more natural, just kind of everyday quick eyeshadow look. So this is gonna be very quick. And the first thing I'm gonna do is pick up this shade here, which is called Humble. One thing I recommend, whether you're doing a simple everyday look or full-on glam. Oh, I'm using the Morphe M441 brush, by the way. This is a really, really good blending brush. I highly recommend this one. But I think you should always start with like a neutral like skin tone color like that, because it just helps blend anything else over top of it. If you just go in with colors, you're gonna get a little more chunkiness, you know what I mean? It's not gonna blend as flawlessly over your eyelid as it would its own eyeshadow, if that makes any sense. It just gives you a really nice base, and this one is just a really nice one. A lot of times if a palette does not have a neutral shade, I'll pick up this palette because this one is like perfect for me. Next, we're gonna go in with this shade here, which is Toasty. Sometimes if I'm feeling more of like a pinky look, I'll go in with Passion Fruit. This is another good transition shade, but my go-to color has been this Toasty. It's just like the perfect transition shade. It's not too cool, it's not too warm, it's just, I don't know, it's perfect. And I will just work that into my crease a little bit. It's kind of almost just like contouring your eyes, especially because I do have hooded eyes. So I like to really define my eyelid. And I'm just going in side to side motions. And once I get most of the color down, I will bring it in towards my tear duct. But when I first set my brush down, it's gonna have the most color. I go right into like this area. And then I'll kind of just spread it out. And then I'll put a little bit kind of on the outer corner of my eye. Then I am gonna go in with that same shade, but I'm picking up my Sigma Diffused Crease Brush, which is an E38. This is a great blending brush. It's good to use, like, so if I was doing a more kind of dramatic look, I would go in with like a darker shade, like this henna color, and then I would take this. And then this brush is great to go just a little bit under where our blending brush went. This brush is also really good for packing on color. This is just a really good universal brush, but I'm going to use it to pop some of that toasty shade just under my eyes, just to give a little something something down there. Okay, now just with my finger, I'm taking this shade here, which is called Beaming, and I am just gonna pop that on the center of my lid a little bit. This shade can get super bright if you wet your finger or if you really dig into it. I'm just very lightly tapping into the pan, but I'm kind of going a little heavy with it. But I just want like a very slight shimmer towards the middle of my eyelid. It's just gonna make my eye pop. And then this is a BH Cosmetics, it's not labeled, but any kind of like small structured flat brush will work. I'm gonna be taking the shade Charmer. I'm gonna pop some of this underneath my brow bone. I feel like this just really like pulls the look together. It just gives you a lift. It makes it look like you tried really hard, even though you didn't. This look took like no effort pretty much, so this makes it look like you did take the effort. Oh, it's just such a pretty underbrow color. Again, a lot of times, even if I'm using a different palette, I'll go back into this palette for that shade specifically because it is just so pretty and glowy under the eye, under the eyebrow. And I'm gonna pop a little bit of that in my inner tear duct as well, just a little bit. All right, and that's all we're doing for eyes. Now this step is totally optional. I feel like every person who does a makeup tutorial always, especially like an everyday neutral tutorial, they're like, this step's optional, but I like crazy lashes. And I'm totally gonna go ahead and pull that. You can totally just put on some mascara on the top and the bottom, but lately I've just been really liking false lashes. Like, I don't know, I just feel like lashes really up your look. So the ones I like to use like on a day-to-day basis are the Ardell Wispies. I bought this big pack. Again, I talk about Ardell lashes all the time just because they're so easy to apply. The band is thin, so it's not uncomfortable. They're a little bit more natural looking than like a thicker band one, but yeah, I'm just gonna put some of these on and I'll be right back. So I do have a really detailed tutorial on how I apply my false lashes. I'll link that up here. Just click on that little white banner that comes up here and it'll take you to that tutorial. I'll also leave it in the description box for you guys, but yeah, lashes are on. Last, all we have to do is lips. So my go-to product has been the Bite Beauty, what are these called? Lush Fruit Lip Gloss in the shade Cocoa. I picked this up at TJ Maxx a while ago and they discontinued this product. I'm so sad because it is just amazing. Like the smell, it just smells like fresh fruit. It's really good for your lips. This color is like my perfect freaking shade. Like it's, I can't find one exactly like it. And I just, I'm so bummed that they discontinued this. So I'm not gonna put this on today because I can't link it down below for you guys, but it's literally just the perfect My Lips But Better shade. And for an everyday look, like I have been liking a gloss better. It's just more comfortable. It wears off better. And like I said, this has ingredients that are good for my lips. So again, I liked for everyday things, I like things that are good for my skin or my lips. So an alternative I'll put on today is the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss. It's not necessarily the best for my lips, at least I don't think. It's not nourishing, but it will plump my lips. I don't really see that big of a difference, but I don't know. I think it's just one of those things where it's like I'm telling myself, okay, I'm putting something on there that's gonna plump my lips. But this is in the shade Mocha Twist. I will swatch this next to that Cocoa Bite Beauty shade. Actually, the applicator is very similar. So, that actually does not look similar. That's a little orangey for my liking. Let's try, I have ColourPop's Ultra Glossy Lip in Aquarius. That's a little bit closer, I guess. I like this one. You know what? I'm just gonna put it on because I really like that one. That is true to what I have been wearing lately, but I'll link the other two down below for you guys as well in case you did like those options. Bite Beauty, I know you're not watching this, but I'm putting it out there. Can you bring this back? Like I really liked this product. This is the completed look. This is, you do gotta be careful, gets on your teeth. But this has been kind of my everyday makeup routine lately. Please give this video a like if it was helpful to you, if you found some new techniques, found some new products that you're gonna try. If you've gotten to the end of this video, let's do a secret emoji. comment down below your favorite animal in an emoji. So whatever your favorite animal is, comment down below the emoji. I think to do emojis on YouTube comments, you do have to do it through your phones. But yeah, thank you guys so much for taking some time out of your day to stop by my channel. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all the support you give me. Thanks for taking time out of your day to invest and watch my videos. Like, I appreciate you so much. And I'll catch you in my next video.